Okay, I found this video earlier today. Just look at the title card. It's so cringe. You have this like, the right is mad that Sean had being on the left like she's always been. Oh yeah, oh wait, is that supposed to be Sargon of Akkad? Is that who it was supposed to be? Which is funny because I watched this video and they didn't really talk about Sargon until like the very end. But like the thing is, everybody keeps saying that Sean has always been on the left. No, I mean, Sean Head has made it clear that she has some liberal progressive beliefs like LGBT rights, smoking pot, but she's made like a shitload of anti SJW videos. So, and she's even defended Trump in earlier videos. I mean, there's even a older video of where Shuan had defended Trump, saying that Trump does not want to get rid of LGBT rights. I mean, too bad that it didn't really too bad that Trump didn't hold his promise. Uh, on head Yeah, this video right here. She's basically defending Trump the entire time.
I am pro-
Yeah, I don't have time to watch the entire video, but let's read some comments. I get annoyed when everybody's like, "Oh well, she was always left leaning." I mean, if you're going by the the Bush administration, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm just saying, like Trump in his like, Trump from like 2017 to about like 2009, like the, okay, I'm not exactly sure where, um yeah, I mean, he's gotten more authoritarian, like since like 2020 started. I mean, he might have been going downhill before that, but I mean, it got to the point where it started becoming noticeable. But anyway, like the beginning of the Trump era,
as somebody who is
the beginning of the Trump era was basically, uh Trump would have been left leaning if you went by the Bush era definition of left leaning, because I mean back then it was like the left leaning people used to think that liberals, and libertarians were the same thing until Obama happened, and Obama fucked everything up.
a bit of a reactionary, and that's an understatement. Back in the day, one of my favorite YouTubers back when I was sort of falling more towards the right was Shoe on Head, someone who I am now very happy to say I am quite amicable with, maybe even friends with. I don't know if we go that far, but I speak to her fairly often, and we're definitely pretty cool. And back in the day, I did think she was a conservative because
She was.
she did most of her
Well, I
content
mean,
was making fun of people on the left. And what she's talked about was essentially that when she was making her content, she more or less was upset with the current status of the left in America. She was seeing articles being put out by BuzzFeed, like the pop feminism stuff that wasn't really focusing on real issues, and neoliberal Democrat policy. And it made her very upset. And she found herself criticizing the left very, very often. And she had plenty of oopsies in her time, don't get me wrong, and she's apologized for all of them. And she did plenty of bad things, being friends with Lauren Southern and the what was it, the That one actress she said looks like a gorilla. She's apologized for all of these things. However, as of late, within the last few years, she's gotten a bit older, a bit more mature. She's seen that politics isn't as black and white as she originally thought it was, and she fell out of that sort of like anti-SJW skeptic community. And this has upset the right so much because they knew that she was a very, very effective pipeline to the right. Because most of her content was making fun of feminism and whatnot. She was friends with a lot of those people. That's one of the reasons Sargon is so fucking pissed off.
Centrists.
But lately, because Sean Head has gotten so based, people on the right have been very upset about her recent political leanings. Even though she's always had the same political opinions, she's just expressing them in a different way now. So we're not covering Sargon
today. She's not
today.
really.
Not Sargon's fucking mental breakdowns he's been having. Hold on, actually, really quickly, just to encapsulate the way the right is responding
Trump
to Sean Head right now. Let's just go ahead and take a look at this meme I posted on Instagram. I didn't make it. Someone else. I think it was Melanie. I think her name on Twitter is Melanie. Hey hold on. Can I do a Sean Head voice? Hey Sargon, you're awake. That fall looked pretty bad. Vosh, Trump, Antifa, communism. What are you talking about? Come on, let's go on stream together and make fun of Anita Sarkeesian. She's got a bit of a New Yorker accent, so I had to throw it in there a little bit. That's basically the dreams that reactionaries are having right now when they go to bed at night, because they're so triggered that Shu.
Nobody calls themselves a reactionary.
That is a picture of Boxy too, I believe. That is a picture of Boxy, not Shu. That's the funny part.
It is Shu. I mean, Shu looked like that back in 2014.
Because Shu on Head has gone full SJW. Let's see.
Hey guys, how's it going? So I want to talk a little bit about Shu on Head and this really unbelievably stupid comment she's posted. I'm a big Shu on Head fan, and this really sucks to see her go to this level. She links to this article, doesn't even open it or read it, and is like, imagine still believing Trump is some anti-authoritarian free speech 400 IQ god emperor. Couldn't be me. And she also says down below, I don't know all of the comments she said, but she's like, anyone defending the unlimited power of the military being unleashed on America's citizens, just unfollow me now. You're past the point of bootlicking. It's full deep throat. But then what's the article actually say that she shares? President Trump...
Wait, she wasn't commenting on the article. She wasn't commenting on the article. She was talking about her fan base and people who believe that Trump is like anti-authoritarian free speech. He's not, by the way. Trump is one of the most authoritarian presidents we've ever had. Not to mention, he has multiple times engaged in anti-free speech measures, such as trying to expand libel laws so that anybody who criticizes him or his constituency, they can sue them for speaking the truth, but it's negative about them, so they can sue them for that. Saying that people who burn the American flag should be deported, claiming that media outlets that publish things that are uncharitable to him are
Obama did the same.
Anti-American fake news.
Except that when Obama did it, everybody thinks it's a good idea.
He's very anti-free speech. I don't think she's referring to the article. I think she's referring to people who defend Trump.
Actually say that she shares? President Trump condemned out-of-state protesters who are inciting violence. Are you serious, Shu? I am so unbelievably disappointed in you. Oh, these are free speech Americans, although Trump specifically said free speech Americans, didn't he? He said protesters, didn't he? Oh, wait, no. No, he said violent protesters? Unbelievable.
By the way, I like how it's
come on.
A YouTube making a commentary on another YouTube making a commentary of another YouTube video.
The kind of SJW that doesn't even look into shit before you open your mouth? Jeez, I know I'm being really harsh right now, but the first sentence in this article you linked was specifically that. And he wants to unleash the unlimited power of the military, and he should, against anybody committing violence. If you're seriously on the...
The whole point of being a libertarian is saying fuck you to the government, engaging in violence, and not giving a fuck. And apparently this guy's like pro-libertarian. He's doing the thing that she said that they're doing. Yes, I'm a libertarian. I like it when government agents come and stomp on the skulls of people who are protesting the government violently. Isn't that what libertarians are all about? About having their guns so they can fight the government with violent force? Isn't that what it's all about? I'm not authoritarian, but Trump should send government agents
Not
to
when
protest
other
to fight violent
libertarians
protesters that
are
using violence to fight for
attacking
what they believe
innocent
in.
civilians.
Literally what libertarianism is supposed to be all about. Hold on, is Ethan here? Ethan, please. Ethan. God damn it, I'm sending this video.
This
to
is
Ethan
why
after I
complete
talk about
anarchy
streaming.
doesn't
This is what
work.
I'm talking about when I talk about fake libertarians that'll say that they say don't tread on me and all that, but whenever it's the government and Daddy Trump doing it or corporations doing it, they're like, oh yes, Daddy, tread on me. That's literally.
Oh boy.
That's literally these people. We're 1 minute and 37 seconds into the video. We've already got it.
Left shoe. You should
Libertarian
condemn
does
people
not
violent.
mean
What kind of garbage was
exactly the same as
that?
anarchy.
I'm so freaking frustrated right now.
Violence in itself is morally neutral. Violence can be justified based on the context. If you're fighting the Nazis, violence is justified, although I imagine this guy probably wouldn't agree. Also, most of the protesters aren't violent. The reason why you think they are is because the media way overreports the ones that are.
The ones that are should be
See a fellow
locked in
YouTuber
jail.
with so much more reach than I could ever hope to have. Sit there and actually, and I don't know if it was on purpose, but accidentally, at the very least I'll give her some benefit of the doubt, accidentally not condemn violence. Unbelievable. Crossing state lines to incite violence is a federal crime is exactly what Trump tweeted out, and you're saying that's against free speech.
I wonder what this guy's thoughts are on the Kenosha shooter. When did this come out? May 30th. Ooh. Oh, wait. Has this guy made a video about the Kenosha shooter? Ha! Oh, yeah, yes. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, love that blatant fucking hypocrisy. Oh, he don't miss. He don't miss! Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, you're against people crossing a border to another state to engage in violence? Love that. Love that hypocrisy.
Believable. I'm trying so hard not to drop so many.
Wait, he made a video about Shu and Vosh watching the RNC together? Oh boy, hold on.
Oh boy.
Shuhan and Vosh have the most cringy RNC stream. Wait, did he like...
I need to watch that video.
Wait, why is he editing Vosh to have, I like Trump with the blunt sticking out of his mouth, that's pretty funny. Why is he editing Vosh to have the fedora on his head when it's literally the reactionaries and people on the right who are having like a fucking a rejected nice guy mental breakdown over Shu not being an alt-righter.
Men's rights activists all wear a fedora.
Projection here? I'm not even defending Vosh here. It's just projection is all it is.
I have no clue where the fedora thing ever came from.
I wanted to have a little bit of fun with Shoe on Head and Vosh, and then some others, Hyena or someone. I'm not entirely sure who. I'm gonna turn all my speakers down here so y'all don't hear any of this. And just then it's interjecting like, oh, what he really meant to say was white people, and it's just like, Shoe, how have you fallen that far? How have you fallen? I don't have the time to make a good 30-40 minute video, so I'm gonna try and go through some of it here just to give you a snippet. They didn't take him because he was a protester or a writer. They took him because he had a freaking warrant. How did you miss? And it's been just phenomenal to me. The level of stupidity in that comment. Do your research before saying things like that. Seriously, I don't want to be business distortion, attacked on the streets by all these people. That's it. Just deal with it. Because, BLN. I really do appreciate that. Pro Biden, right? Democrat. Okay.
He's so mad. They're seething. Holy fuck. Honestly, these people are fucking seething. They're so goddamn mad.
Inappropriate words right now. I'm pissed off, Liberal governors and mayors must get much together on the federal government, or the federal government will step in and do what has to be done. Then that includes using the unlimited power of our military and many arrests. Trump tweeted. He is 1,000% correct, Shu. And maybe you should actually take context into consideration.
Is this guy a libertarian? Does this guy claim, not to be authoritarian? Is this guy... Where's this guy's Twitter? Gab. Oh, I want to see what this guy's been saying on Gab. Oh, he's a Nazi.
Give me a break.
Most people on Gab are Nazis. Kim Jong-un has been confirmed dead. Video below. That didn't age well. Tommy Lee writes a mean letter to Trump. Full video below. Oh, he's just a Trump worshiper. Oh, he said something mean about Trump. Apex Season 3's come out and I already have 2 wins. God damn. What a fucking gamer. Okay, this guy's definitely, like, this guy guaranteed calls himself libertarian and yet is cheering on federal agents engaging in violence.
At this point, Antifa forced our hands. There's not much we could do about it now.
Before tweeting out SJW rhetoric. Unbelievable how absolutely stupid that take was. Okay? Just to get more into it. And yeah, why did they quote it and then put the tweet right down here below? Okay. Really weird. The threat comes as protests across the country demonstrating against George Floyd's killing turned violent. And this is not about George Floyd anymore. George Floyd had a YouTube channel. He made it very, very specific that people should not be violent. People should be working.
Who cares? Who cares what George Floyd's beliefs were? That's not what the protests are about. You're right about it not being about George Floyd anymore. It's about fighting injustice, well, basically just the entirety of, like, the black people's socioeconomic status in America. Everything from police brutality and treatment within the justice system to
thanks, Captain
and,
Obvious. Just
everything across
get back
the board
to the
is
video.
what's over. I don't give a shit what George Floyd apparently believed in regards to violence. I don't care.
And doing everything they can help, especially in his own communities. He was a very good man, it seems. He had some trouble in the past.
Oh,
he ended up using that trouble.
Yeah, I'll give him the, he's not doing the he was no angel thing. I'll give him credit for that, I guess.
Trouble in the past to fuel his future, to explain to people, I did bad, and here's how you can learn from it and move forward.
Mom, I'm doing
It's
fine.
a damn shame that he was taken.
What?
It's a damn shame he was taken from us. The officer deserved to be arrested. He was arrested. Officer deserved to be fired. He was fired.
He was only fired and arrested because there was a massive massive worldwide protest over it. You didn't realize there were protests over it in Germany and in Europe and whatnot as well. Protests were happening worldwide over the George Floyd thing. It's not just America. Also, wasn't George Floyd, like, actually, unironically, kind of a piece of shit? It's irrelevant to the shooting. That's why I argue when reactionaries bring that up. But, oh, he's transphobic too? The truth about transgenders? Okay, yeah, he's just mad that his old conservative daddies have moved more to the left, even though Shu was never conservative. Okay, I thought that was about
conservative doesn't mean
George Floyd was
bullshit
still, like,
anymore.
on drugs and stuff like that, which is fine, I guess, but, like, it doesn't
like,
matter.
you honestly think that Trump, somebody saying grab her by the pussy, is conservative?
You can make the argument he was a good person, I don't care. You can make the argument he was a bad person, I don't care. It's completely irrelevant. That's not what the protests are about. He could have been fucking Black Hitler. And that bit of police violence done upon him would have been unjustified.
How ironic. I mean,
porn, though, that's true. And if
this
you
guy
make
spends
porn, you
his
do
entire
deserve
video
to be killed by
defending
a cop.
Antifa, which means anti-fascist,
Somehow
and
that's
he's
not
saying
good
that
enough
if
for
he's
people.
a
Justice
black
isn't good enough anymore.
fascist,
They want to riot. Everything was done correctly to handle that officer that committed wrong. He committed murder.
Only because people were rioting and protesting.
We don't protest like this when a normal person commits murder. We do the same to them.
and
Freudian slip there, huh? There we go.
What do we need to do? Lynch the officer in the street? That'd be very anti-American.
I mean, black people are getting lynched right now. There's been reports of it. Oh, but they hung themselves, huh? I'm sure this guy would argue the black people found hanging from trees just hung themselves.
American at this point. That's what America has come down to. We used to do that to people. Now we don't. We treat everyone equal in the judicial system.
No, we do.
Nobody's above anybody. I mean, that's equality.
I mean,
We're
black people
supposed
have
to.
or
We're supposed to
cops
treat
have
everybody
been lynching
equally.
black people
I
in
mean,
the streets.
the laws
That's
say
what started these protests. That's
in the
we do
Constitution that
in America.
everybody is supposed to be treated equally.
And
I
it
mean, there's
happened
obviously
before,
going to
after he
be
made this video.
bad cops
And
that
that's what
don't
started the
follow the
protests in
rules,
Kenosha.
but
And then we have people who claim to be for equality protesting and rioting in the streets. Destroying small businesses, not even doing anything to harm
thank you.
any kind of corporation. You think you're harming Target. What you're doing is you're making it to where the people can't get groceries. And the people that worked for Target lost their jobs. You just hurt a whole bunch of lower class citizens. That's all you did.
I'm pretty sure Target can handle it, and I'm pretty sure those people aren't going to suffer all that much from a Target being burned down. You do realize that there's like a massive amount of variety in stores you can go to, right? Do you get groceries at Target even? Wait,
I
is
like how
Target,
that
mostly
thing,
for,
right?
Appliances.
I like
and
how some of
clothes?
these things look like
I think
acne
Target
on this guy's
has
face.
food sections, but people don't usually go to Target to get food. Usually, no. Super Targets have groceries, I guess. Yeah. Generally, people don't go to Targets for groceries. I don't think they go to like Walmart or whatever if they're lower class. The most case you can make is for the people who lost their jobs from it. I imagine that would probably harm them pretty badly. Yeah, probably.
This guy goes on so many tangents.
Kind of a low price to pay if we're protesting over massive systemic change for an entire demographic of people in this country. Yeah, that's where I've been shopping for a lot of stuff. Huh, interesting. I've never gotten groceries at Target.
Stop reading the stupid ass comments.
Small businesses. It's ridiculous. Shu, I am so disappointed in your take on this. Let's see more of your really, really inappropriate comments on this. I commented, what the hell are you talking about? Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'll get a response from her at all. And then I'm arguing with this idiot about sections. Yeah. Whoops. Arguing with that idiot about, Section 230. That's what I was going to say. Anyway, and he has no idea how Section 230 works. He won't even read the law. I don't know why I'm arguing with him at this point. I regret to inform you that the media was just added again. I am pleased to inform you Grandma is okay. Oh, that's the pin tweet from Grandma Gamer. My bad. Imagine still believing Trump. I hate pinned comments whenever I go to tweets and reply. Okay. So, drone strikes on America's... Nobody's saying drone strikes and dropping nukes. Come on. Are you all...
Is he getting triggered over jokes right now? Wait, is he unironically he's getting triggered over jokes like an SJW? Wait, hold on, what's this guy's name? I forget what his name is. Artemisia goes full SJW. That's gonna be the name of the video. Not actually, because I'm gonna have Sean Head's name in the title for that exposure. But still, that is hilarious because Sean Head engages in a lot of sarcastic humor on her channel. So this is pretty obviously a joke.
All insane. Jeez, I don't know if that's rhetoric. I don't know if that's what that really is. I don't know if they're joking. I'm not sure.
They are.
But come on, let's get real, guys. They threatened to burn down a building I was going to speak at. Shut the F up. You clearly have never been targeted by Antifa. God, Shu, what is wrong with you?
Wait, she's literally talking about when there was a building that she was going to speak at was targeted by Antifa. And they got threats. Now, obviously, they're probably empty threats, to be completely honest with you. But she has been affected by Antifa before. That's why a lot of her anti-Antifa rhetoric back in the day was negative. Because she has been affected. She has been targeted by them.
Wow, I mean, she should learn.
I'm really against them, but I'm for him in this case.
Exactly.
Has she ever come out in favor of Antifa?
I don't agree with the guy above, but Antifa are organized movement on account of having branded cells across the country. Wait. You really don't see the issue with labeling in... Shu, really?
Yes, an anti-fascist group, terrorists. Yes, labeling Antifa terrorists would make it so that the government, under Trump, can label anyone that criticizes him terrorists. It would be a massive fucking impediment on free speech. Yes. Based. Is he actually going to argue Antifa are the real fascists?
They are.
Really? You're defending Antifa?
No,
They burned
she's
a
not
building I was
defending
going to go
Antifa.
speak at.
Yeah, she
but
is.
You don't see the issue with naming them terrorists? They are. They're using... Shoo. Okay. Jesus Christ, Shoo. The use of violence or the threat of violence, especially against...
Yes, she's not arguing that people who align with Antifa or who are anti-fascists, don't engage in terrorism, which, by the way, terrorism on its own isn't a bad thing. You have to justify terrorism with context, just like violence, right? She wasn't defending Antifa. Also, he uses DuckDuckGo. She wasn't defending Antifa. She was saying it's not a good idea to label Antifa a unstructured movement as a terrorist organization, because it's going to be a massive.
Oh, it's this argument that.
Hold on, wait. Buffy why does he have?
You can't make it a terrorist organization if it's not an organization argument. This is such a stupid argument. It's like, I don't care. I mean, nobody gives a fuck if it's not organized.
Oh god, he forgot to hide it.
And civilians in the pursuit of political goals is the definition of terrorism. And you think it's a problem to name Antifa a terrorist group? When they...
Well, because they're not a group, it's a movement. Or like an ideology. Antifa is an ideology. Also, yes, we use the threat of violence all the time against civilians.
I like how he said we.
Goals.
He said
America does
we
that fucking
because
daily.
This guy is an Antifa
They
terrorist.
themselves target civilians, hit them over the head with bike locks, punch them in the face, beat the crap out of Andy No, burn down buildings, stuff like that, all for their political gain.
Yeah, I would have no objection, or I would of course object to Andy No being attacked, with that cement milkshake, that's been debunked dozens of times. Oof. Of course I condemn the attack on Andy No, obviously.
Gain.
No objection,
All for political gain. That's the exact definition of terrorism. And you're sitting here arguing about it. Jeez. This is crazy. Not too much is occurring quickly. Just collecting everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, enforcing the law is authoritarian. How could I forget? Enforcing the law. Yeah, getting people to stop burning down buildings and attacking people. Shoo, a federal officer was just murdered.
That's bad. Isn't this guy a libertarian? She's literally arguing, that's...
Aren't you a libertarian?
Is what she's arguing against. He's so fucking angry. He misses when she was one of them. Oh, God. Oh, he's so mad. Oh, I'm...
19...
My tummy is rumbling. I'm hungry, actually.
...year-old was murdered during the protest because some guy randomly just started popping off shots. Are you insane?
There's a difference between...
Jesus, it makes me more mad to see someone who I always thought was logical, someone who I always followed, someone who I always watched their videos, devolve into shit like this. She's been getting more and more left in SJW-like, and I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to believe it at all. Now, it sucks. It really does suck to just see her principles just shift. What the hell happened to you? Oh my gosh. Do we believe the outside She said, why is it bad or look bad? Because I thought the main focus is Black Lives Matter, and the black girl is trying to tell a bunch of white people to stop smashing windows, probably in fear of optics making things look worse. I don't think it's about optics.
Wait, yeah.
I don't think that's about optics. I think smashing out windows and stuff like that's just bad.
Not necessarily. No. I mean, if...
Yeah, it is. It is bad. I mean...
violence can be justified by the movement that you're going for.
This has nothing to do with fighting against the police.
The Nazis smashing the windows of Jewish shop owners, Kristallnacht.
Also, you're defending Nazis? I thought that you're anti-fascist, not fascist. Oh yeah, I forgot they're the same.
I consider it karmatic intervention, of course.
It's not about optics. If you're doing it whether you're black or you're white, it's bad. What are you talking about?
Well, she's talking about the optics of BLM. If there are rioters among BLM, the right uses that. People like you, hacks such as yourself, use that as ammo against the entire movement and their messaging. That's what she's talking about. She's not in favor of the rioters. She's not that radical. She's not in favor of the rioters. She's not in favor of Antifa.
She's just said that Antifa is not a terrorist group.
And she doesn't want their optics to look bad. That's literally the argument she's making right now.
What is up with people not being able to look past race? A white girl is just as guilty as a black girl smashing out windows. Unbelievable. Anyway, 19 hours ago and stuff like that. I'm not going to quite get into all that.
He's so angry.
I'm just blown away, Shu. What the hell
So
are you doing? What are you thinking?
He's so mad.
You're sitting here saying Trump is authoritarian because he wants to stop people from being violent.
Yes.
If you think being violent is free speech,
But the police shooting peaceful protesters and journalists and sending out federal agents to black bag peaceful protesters, which happened, is authoritarian.
if you think these riots are free speech, you're
Being in favor of using violence against police and oh god.
Okay, can you
And
name
federal
one
agents
president that
is
doesn't
what
have
libertarianism is supposed to be all
policemen?
about.
Every
But
single
unfortunately, a bunch
there's
of
never
dipshits
there's
have,
never a
have
political
ruined what it is to
era
be a,
where
like, libertarian,
there is
even a
no
right libertarian, and just turned it into sucking an authoritarian in Trump's dick.
it's because
absolutely out of your goddamn
there's a
mind.
difference between
And you need to grow the hell
libertarian
up.
and anarchy.
I'm very disappointed.
I mean,
Anyway,
it's a
thank you
blurry
guys.
line.
Like, subscribe,
There's
share,
a
and
spectrum
I'll see you on the next
between
one.
the two.
Later.
But I mean, we can't have complete 100% anarchy because if we don't have anarchy, we'll just have people
God.
trying to
Did you guys hear that like Sargon was spamming Shoonhead's messages every day with book recommendations and shit like that? Like, oh, Shoonhead, I got to tell you, I'm not liking this this path that you're going down, and I think you need to take a look at this book about why communism is bad. I really think that Vosh is a bad influence on you. You really got to stop with the with engaging in discussion with these literal communists. It's fucking
got another
hilarious.
shrimp
Oh
on the
my
barbie.
God.
So it's a good thing that
love to see
me
it.
as a
They're so fucking angry.
Englishman moved all the way to Australia. Although I can't really do an Australian accent. Okay, I know that he meant to do a. I know that he meant to do a British accent, but it turned out as an Australian
As somebody
accent
who is a bit
by mistake. I don't kind of like a mix between Australian, Irish, and I'm an Australian Irishman, mates. Yeah, that's pretty much it's like a crossbreed of Irish and Australian. So yeah, that's so anyway, you know what? I'm getting kind of fucking tired of, all this people that used to be like in the libertarian movement are now like either like went, like far right or far left, and it's just getting on my fucking nerves. Like, you do know that centrism is a real thing, people. It's like, the irony is that all these people that claim that they used to be part of the anti-SJW scene that fell for the alt-right are just falling for, like, the bread tube Antifa pipeline now. It's like, it's basically the same exact beliefs, only only a mirror image. It's like Antifa, alt-right, they're the same. They're two identical groups fighting each other. There's no difference. Like, there's no difference between what they believe in. So, bye. Click the subscription button. Bye.